Morning everybody. So in this video it's going to be the very first Jeep I ever built. We got it back and doing some trade work and some work I still have to do, so I haven't paid for it yet. But anyways, basically just trying to go through and clean it up. It was pretty nasty and put things back the way it was when I owned it. There's been a lot of dumb little modifications, and in this video you'll see, and you know, it was missing a little bit when I got it back, but for the most part it's still there. It drives good, it just needs a little TLC.
And you'll also see a lot of people have commented based on the last video, you know, is this Pinky? So stay tuned, we'll kind of show you the progression of where Pinky comes into line too.
Yes, this is not Pinky, this is the very first Jeep I ever built. But we had 3 of them that were all the same color at one point. So it kind of, there's gonna be some pictures you'll see.
And once again, in case you were wondering, this is going to remain this color. It will not be black like the rest of the fleet, even though yes, black is beautiful. This has to stay true to the original color. So I won that one like I do most battles.
Oh yeah, and we need a license plate that's kind of more personal or whatever. And we've thought of a couple, but maybe you guys can help us think of something. It is a 1966 CJ. And so all of our vehicles are, they've got a customized plate that has something to do with the coupe. You know, we've got coupe CJ, I'm coupe queen, coupe 5AZ, so on and so forth. So you can kind of see the theme. So we kind of want to try to stick with that if we can, but we are open to some other ideas, fun ideas. So if you can think of a personalized plate for this baby, let us know in the comments. Yeah, one of my ideas was coupe PNK. But Jess is like,
No, I said like Mrs. Coupe or Coupe Mrs. I can't even remember anymore. But yeah, let us know what you guys think, okay?
Or just her name.
Yeah, just my name works too. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you've got that subscribe button hit. You've got your notifications on. We really appreciate all the interaction. I'm loving the super hypes. That's a cool new feature. I see when those come through. Of course, all your comments, all the interaction is appreciated. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
We'll see ya.
Bloody time. This is very good. It's got some bacon something or another on the rim. Burnt bacon. Yeah. Sunday fun day. Look at us now. We went to go for a Jeep ride, have a Bloody Mary, and after we had our Bloody Mary, we come out and the Jeep won't start. I swear, man.
We're just getting our steps in.
I don't know if it's out of fuel. I mean, I put 5 gallons in it last night and I didn't run it very long. The only thing I can think is because the fuel pump's not making pressure, we're gonna go get my truck and get some gas and pray to God that works. Well, I went and got 5 gallons. We'll see if that was the problem. It turns out you gotta have fuel in them to make them run, LOL. It wasn't as hard as it was to start last night. I put 5 gallons in it, but I guess that tank's big enough, it just wasn't enough. Well, I figured what better ride to take to go get the scrambler than the old Jeep. I'm not sure, she's missing a little bit. I don't know if it's got a valve messed up or something. I tried to look real quick to see if it was a plug wire or something, but it's got a little bit of a miss. I might have gone in the hole on this program. And it definitely needs a bath. Yeah. Zeb, what the hell is wrong with you? I hope you don't clean your butt the same way you clean your cars. All right, don't leave me, because you never know. Definitely got to do some work on that thing too. Man, I just keep making work for myself. Well, what do you think about that thing?
The turning sucks, the brakes suck. But other than that, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean the turning sucks?
It's not a very tight turn on it.
No?
No, not at all. Didn't you see me almost go into the other lane when I pulled out? And
Yeah,
I was like,
I was curious, but...
Yeah, it's not a tight turning radius.
Well, this one don't turn that tight either. This is Jess finally getting to drive her Jeep.
My maiden voyage as the driver.
Well, we figured it would be genius to actually fill it up full of fuel. She's like, don't you make me run out of gas. She's going fast. Look, Mom, I'm driving fast.
I'm paying attention when I drive. That's weird.
Oh. What do you think of your ride, dear?
Well, I think I got some snarls. I need to make sure I have a hat on. Look at this. A hat and a braid next time, but it's beautiful. I love it.
I like it because I got someone to drive me around.
No, I was just going to say, I mean, thanks for building it for me, but I still think I'm a passenger princess.
No, you're driving. I'm going to be the drinking passenger.
Oh, whatever.
Doing some little minor detail stuff today, getting the rubber on finally so the door doesn't rattle. Nice and solid. You can hear the other side over there rattling. But yeah, this thing is tight. I can't believe how tight it is. I hope it stays like that. We came to the movies to see Freakier Friday.
Family movie day.
With my freaky wife.
Kennedy.
And
Kennedy.
she got busted for racing on the highway.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Doing 80. Yeah. Are you going to feed the birds?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Just like your grandma. A crack addict for feeding the birds. Oh yeah, where's them squirrels at?
Should we do the... Here. Ready? Let's put it in this one. Want Grandma to take it? Come on, come over here. Look it up in this feeder. Remember? Okay. Looks like Grandpa has to get us some more.
Figures. Grandpa spends more on bird food than he does his food. She liked to smell the flowers, huh?
Yeah, she won't take her little nose out. That smells so good.
I can smell them. They smell pretty good. You're such a big girl. And you put things back where they belong. I love that. How come all the other kids don't do that? Well, it's Monday morning and I got all kinds of things going on in the shop today. For one, I raised the ride height up on this on the rear. I had a little sag in it, so I raised it up about a 1/2 inch. And now I'm gonna back it out of the way. Hopefully it's got gas in it, LOL. But back it out of the way and I'm gonna pull the old Jeep in that I traded for. And it was missing yesterday when we went to go retrieve this thing with it. I'm gonna see what's going on with it, maybe do a leak down on it, and probably just throw a compression gauge at it first and see what happens. But I got the windshield frame on here yesterday. I didn't video that because I just forgot, but I did a bunch of stuff on the inside with the windshield wiper motor and stuff like that. And I need to have some custom little belt straps made instead of just regular Velcro. And then he's coming over Wednesday to put a windshield in it, and then I'll be able to drive it and hear more things and see more things. We put the foam on it yesterday on the doors, so that's all solid now. And I'm thinking back here, you know, after we got fuel in it and everything and it quieted up, I'm thinking what I'm gonna do is get some 4-inch dense foam and put it in like you would a toolbox and cut this all out where that foam sets over this, because that doesn't need anything. And I think what I'm gonna do is once I do that, then we'll maybe even have it covered. That'll knock down just some of the noise of the pumps, which are actually quiet when they have fuel in them. They're not getting all pissed off. But yeah, I think I'll put foam over that, and then what that'll allow me to do is set things on top of it, you know, just so I don't have to worry about messing up wiring or anything, and it's gonna look a lot nicer and cleaner. But let's get this thing out of here and pull the old first Jeep I ever made in here. Go from there. We'll see what the day turns out to be. And I got another project that I might be starting on. I'm not sure. The Gladiator, he had to do some stuff, so hopefully he makes it up, but we'll see what happens. Wow. The fuel pressure doesn't look good right now. I'm kind of worried about that. Now there it comes. That's very weird. I haven't learned all the quirks with this ride yet, and I don't usually pay attention to stuff, but I just noticed that fuel pressure was low and it took forever to come up. This is where we're running it at. It's 44 PSI, but I need to talk to Josh and find out why it would come up so slow and whatnot. Parked and out of the way. I got a call into Josh. I'm gonna ask him about that fuel pressure. It's electronic, so maybe that's why it took so long for it to come up, but you wouldn't think it would run on 18 PSI. And pull this in there and start thinking of dumb things while we're waiting for some parts for other stuff. This is Old Faithful. It has a quadrajet in it, a couple of pumps, Oh, damn it. It would start if Jess wouldn't have left the key on yesterday. Not so faithful. What the hell, Jess? Oh boy. Me and cars and batteries and everything. Fuel. So I got this battery cart that I made out of a couple old race batteries that were kind of split out. So we'll jump it and see what the hell. So I can't really blame Jess for not turning it off because she turned it where she thought was off. The key's straight up. Well, some idiot put this in here and that is actually off. The key switch is twisted, so she had it on accessory all night. So that's another thing we'll fix. So we're not blaming her for leaving it on. We'll just have to get it jumped. And then one of the other things, this hood, when I built this Jeep, I don't know if you guys know the 66s, and I didn't know this at the time, but they were super short. So I stretched it. I added, I don't know, 8 inches to it. And I was measuring it this morning. It is 3¼ inches longer than like a stock later model CJ hood. And instead of fixing this, because one, there's so much mud in this hood and Bondo when I built it, that it's heavy. So I'm thinking what I'm gonna do is just buy a stock front clip, and it's gonna be a little shorter, but I have plenty of room in here to shorten it. Let me see here. You can see I can bring that all back, the radiator and everything, and it's just gonna make it a lot easier. Here's where I stretched it. I added all this metal on here, and look at this. Heck, that might even be 3/16 strap in there. And then it's got 1/2-inch box tube. Remember, this was my first Jeep, but you can see how short this old CJ hood was. And then in the fenders right here, you can see where I stretched them. And I didn't know anything about Jeeps back then. I just knew that it needed to be longer because I wanted a little bit longer wheelbase when we built it. But you can see how all this ties in. So yeah, I think I'm gonna move everything back 3 inches and put the stock hood on it just to save me some work and get rid of that nasty body work I did 30 something years ago, or however long it's been. So this handy dandy cart, and I like that this thing doesn't have wheel wells. I hate when they got wheel wells. I mean, I'm not a mud person, so I guess if I live back east, I might want some wheel wells, but I like things open and easy to get to. All right, now let's go over here and let me show you what I was talking about, this old Quadrajet carburetor. Yes, sir. I built this motor in '91. It's got good oil pressure. It sucks they just let this thing sit out. The gauges are ruined. This is an old manual gauge, I think, that used to have liquid in it. It leaked out. So I hate spending money, but I want it to look new again. I'll probably end up replacing all that stuff and whatnot. Get rid of that crappy stickers. This used to be all polished, looked like chrome when I had it. This is one of the cool things. This was like my very first ARB. Look at this diff lock switch. That's still original. And the old compressor. And this used to have KCs on it. You can see this was beveled for the dome on the old KC. So I'll throw them away and find some old KCs to make it original. But look at that old compressor. Isn't that just cool? Still works. We might upgrade it with a new switch. I don't like that electric crap. We'll get this one rigged up where it's got all manual air valves on it also. But yeah, I think I'm gonna scoot that stuff back. I'm sorry. It's not a quadrajet. I used to use quadrajets, but I forgot when I did this, I put one of them Edelbrock carburetors on there. Surprising, it still works. But yeah, I used to be a quadrajet freak when I used to build these old Chevys and stuff.
What's Grandpa doing, huh? Pulling in his Jeep. He sure looks good in that color. You like that noise? We like you in that color, Grandpa. I thought you said it wouldn't start.
Well, I jumped it. But here, I'll show you what was wrong. Stupid switch. So, see this right here? Where the key comes out? Mm-hmm. So you had it where you would think it was straight up and down. Yep. Well, this switch needs to be twisted. Look. Oh, just some retard loosened it and didn't put it back where it's supposed to be.
Okay, so that was it. Now it's fixed.
Well, I gotta tighten it, but.
So next time I shut it off, I can turn it right where I thought I had it.
Well, if you just make sure the key comes out, then that's off.
Oh, okay. I'll try to remember that.
I know we don't pull the keys out, but let's see what these look like. I broke them loose already. Well, that one don't look like it's firing. I'm guessing probably valves or something. I'm not sure, I'm not a motor guy. That one looks good. So definitely that front one is not firing. Maybe we can clean it up and put it back in there and see what it does, but that one's kind of crappy. To tell you the truth, none of them look good. We'll go ahead and pull the other side and just go ahead and just do a compression test real quick just to see what's going on. We'll break them all loose real quick and then I can pull them out. Oh, can't get on that one. Okay. See what these look like. That one doesn't look bad. Not good, but doesn't look bad. Like it's firing at least. Man. They all look equally crappy. Oh, there we go. That's the dead one. She's all bridged up. Looks like she's leaking. Got a valve guide leaking or something and coating her up. So I bet we clean that up and that'll be the one. Get the old handy dandy compression gauge out and see what the hey. All right, let's see what she does. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to put the battery charger on it. She does nothing, LOL. Take two. $100, that's not too bad, that ain't good. Let's see what the next hole looks like. All right, cylinder number 5. cylinder number 3. Now they're pretty consistent. Cylinder number 1. Yeah, definitely thinking a valve guide just leaking, and the other ones look like maybe they're starting to. Can't quite reach it. Let's see what she looks like. Huh. Right there with the rest of them. All right. Yep, they're all holding about the same. Nice. One. Perfecto. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go in and clean these plugs up. I know for a fact I just put these in there last Thanksgiving roughly when he brought it to me to go through it, and he had plug wires hanging everywhere, all over everything, and it actually had these holders on it, and I couldn't believe that they didn't put the wires back in there, you know, and they just don't know any better. But I'm gonna clean these up, put them back in, and it should hit on all 8, at least until it fouls it again from that leaky valve guide. Gotta love the old AMSOIL products. This is a brake clean drum. So I just filled that with brake clean, and yep, we'll let them soak for a minute, get all the oil off of them, and then kind of clean it up from there. All right, this was the bad one. I wish I had one of them spark plug cleaners, but I wire brushed it and sanded it and cleaned out down in here. We'll put it back in. I bet she'll run like a top again, but definitely gonna need a head job. All right, let's see how she runs after changing the plugs. What do you think? It's definitely smoother. You're gonna need a valve job on it. You know what that means. That means probably want to do more than that. You don't just put new heads on an old motor. But I don't really plan on wanting to spend much money on this thing, so I don't know. Back when we built this thing, me and my dad actually did the valve job on it. We ground all the valves, and we had all this stuff to do it back then, and we don't have any of that no more, and I'm not much of a motor builder anymore. I did my go at it, and I can't even keep a motor in my race car. So, but I think it's pretty smooth, and I'll probably go buzz it around a little bit and see how it works. Definitely smoother. It's just a stock 400 small block with a cam in it. I thought it was pretty fast back in the day myself. We'll give it a try. to undo your battery cart from the thing before you take off. I hear you. They're all making fun of me. The squirrels and the birds. Damn it. This is why we don't have employees here at the coop, because I can't even control my stupid self. Look at that. My battery cart that I was just boasting about. I ripped the battery cable end off the positive end. Damn it. This is why we can't have nice things. Okay. Let's see how bad this looks. Oh boy. Did I tear up my new battery also? Yes. Man, I sure know how to mess up a good thing, don't I? What? Pulled the threads right out, luckily. Or something. Them were some good battery cables, or they were. Pretty stout. I'm not sure where the positive end went. Let's see here. I don't know. Oh, there it is, underneath the tire. It was crimped and soldered. So that's why she was so stout. All right, well, let's redo some stuff around here. I still can't believe how forgetful I am. That's crazy. Tearing up my new shit, or my old shit, whatever you call it. So I'm gonna just put that back in there, pinch it down and recrimp it, and I'll throw some solder on it again. Good enough for who it's for. All right, well, let's try this one more time. I got that fixed. Hopefully this battery charges up after I go drive it a little bit, and I won't have to keep jumping it. But she's gonna need a new battery now that I ripped that one out of there and ripped the lug off of it. All right, I'm gonna go try this again, Grandma.
Where are you going?
To go see how it drives now that it's running on all 8.
Okay, smelly.
Yeah. That's a carburetor for you. Definitely sounds better and runs better. Woohoo! Yep, she runs pretty good still. It's only got 33s on it, so it doesn't take much to light her up. I don't remember what's in it for a rear end either. It's got like some kind of a posi in it. I think when I had it, it was limited slip, but I'm not sure. On the exhaust too. It sounds like it's got a leak in the back a little bit. I can't stand a missing motor or an exhaust leak. I just can't stand anything that doesn't work right. I must have been a lot tougher back in the day. I just hit a bump and I swear it almost threw me out of here. The suspension on this thing is horrible. I'm not sure if it's I know the front leaves are Chevy negative arch leaves off of like a 72 Chevy 4-wheel drive pickup. I don't know what I used in the rear, but it is definitely not smooth, but it drives nice. until you hit a bump. Still shifts good and everything. The downshift and everything works. Not bad for an old Jeep.
Well, me and Emerald are out for a little stroll. We're gonna go see if there's any blackberries to pick, huh, Emerald? Hopefully she stays awake all the way to the patch.
Stopped by over here to see Drew. He was telling me about this truck the other day when he was over, and this thing's clean. I used to build a bunch of these, so I'm kind of attracted to them. Looks familiar. Very clean.
We made it to the blackberry patch, and it looks like, are you still awake? Just barely. And unfortunately, doesn't look like we've got a whole bunch going on here. Let's see. I want to find her one that might be sweet. You want a berry, baby? No? They are a little sour. Woo! A lot sour.
Drew, I'll see you guys in a little bit.
Okay,
Nice to
Shannon.
meet you, Phil.
Good to meet you.
Well, just trying to charge the battery. I stopped by to see that truck Drew was telling me about. Yeah, we'll look some more stuff over and see if this battery charged up while I was over there looking at that truck. It's like the idle came up on it. I don't know if the choke is sticking or maybe she just finally started running good. Well, that's good. The battery charged back up, even though the lugs broke off of it. LOL. Alright. Make a list of things we need to do to this junk.
So I said I was gonna get better back into a routine with dinner, and I lied. I meant to. Anyway, tonight I'm making chicken pot pie twice baked potatoes. So there's the filling, and I've got the potatoes in the oven. When those come out, we'll scoop them out, mash them up, fill them with this pot pie, and then we will see how that turns out. Hopefully good, but stay tuned, I'll let you know. So checking back, here is the dinner. Shannon loved it, Carissa loved it. I'm gonna give it a try, it looks good.
Oh, he's got the windshield all put in the frame. The bug catcher.
The old bug catcher. Try to keep it from being a rock catcher, huh?
Oh yeah, well, that shit happens too. This won't be the first time you'll be here, I'm sure. Okay, we got the windshield and the windshield wipers installed. Everything turned out pretty sweet. I can't wait to drive it with the window just to kind of see how it sounds in here. See if there's anything I need to fix as far as rattles or whatever. It felt pretty solid the last couple of days we were driving it, but everything turned out sweet. Got the old CB or two-way radio in there, and got our channels in it. Vintage airs all in. Only thing I gotta do is build some AC lines, which I'll probably go down to the AC shop and get fittings and do it right there. But got the new stereo in here from Stinger. GPS. And the Holley EFI. And all the ECU master switches and stuff. This thing turned out pretty sweet. almost too sweet to drive. And I love these seats from Simpson. So, pretty nice. Well, we got the Jeep window on and everything. I'm gonna pull the old Jeep up here and cut some crap off of it and get this crappy winch off, get all the stuff on there that they added so that I can kind of make it original again, and then I'll steam clean it. Okay, this is what we're cutting off. All of this crap, that winch mount, this bumper mount that they had on there, and who knows what else, but we're gonna get started with that. I'll get the front clip off of it so I can steam it real good and evaluate what I'm gonna do with the body work and stuff. She's looking pretty rough. Quick this thing blows apart. Very simple. And I think I might have had an idea to redo them fenders, the bent up part. I'll just break some sheet metal. It'll probably be quicker and easier. This ain't too bad. I just need to probably have the body off there to get it where I'm not wasting my time beating and banging it around. But we'll try it with the battery off. I'll make a piece that bolts on here and maybe I can slide hammer that out and push it in at the same time and get that fixed. And we'll just cut all the scrap crap off and give her a bath. Pretty rough looking. I did a number on my battery yesterday, pulled the lug, broke it out. It still starts and works right now, but I'm sure I'm gonna have to replace it. You think they'll warranty that? LOL? Yeah. You can see where I stretched it out of there. I'm blaming Jess. She didn't feed me a proper meal or something that morning. Made me weak and dumb. The dinner she made last night was bomb though. And chicken, veggie, whatever, like pot pie potato things. Pretty good. Yeah, I did a number on this too. Look at that. It just ripped that out. Well, maybe they didn't have it threaded because it was too hard to get to. But you can kind of see right here where she's not in there real good. Maybe my hammer will fix it. What do you think? Seriously, hammer. Maybe I went too far with it. All right. Looks good from my house. So I'm thinking what I'm gonna start with is I got a piece of 3/16 strap and I'm gonna punch some holes in it, bolt it to these two holes, and I'm gonna get my big old slide hammer and start spanking on it and see what she does. All right, let's get some marks on it. That ought to work. Let's punch that. Okay. We got that. Let's center punch that. Okay. Let's go punch this. Here's my big old slide hammer, and I've made adapters and stuff for it. Right now it's got a 3/8 bolt on it. So what I'm gonna do, since that bottom hole is open, I'll put this on there. I'll bolt the top one with the 5/16 bolt, which what it is, and Then I got a jack stand because Jess isn't here to help me hold this mess up while I'm getting it situated. And I might have to pull that wheel off to get my slide hammer action going. Okay, I'm gonna start. I got me a flanged bolt. That way it just kind of a little nicer. I don't need a washer or nothing. And I'll put my 1/2 inch on here. And tighten that so that it kind of puts good pressure on it. And then when I put this slide hammer on the back side, I'll probably shear me a small piece of strap so that it pulls that piece up flat. Let me kind of show you what I'm talking about. So you can kind of see how that's not flat. So actually I might take this off and shear a little piece off the top, and then I'll put it behind there. Okay, so I marked that. Now I'll punch out 3/8 and bolt it behind there. Okay, I got that piece. So we're gonna put it back there, and I'm gonna turn this flange nut around. Now, hang on one second. Okay, my threads were a little bit boogered up, so I had to get it on there. Well, I need a little more. Okay, 3rd time's always a charm around here, unfortunately. So we'll tighten this down so that crushes that flat part back straight. Let me pull this out here where you can kind of see what's going on. So you can kind of see this gap close up because that strap's in there. And it's going to take a little bit of hammering also. Get my dolly out or make me a little dolly of some sort. I'll get up in there. Once I pull this, get this crinkle out of here, then I'll try not to strip my grade 5 nut, LOL. Okay, she's not coming out as easy as I thought she would. This is some real metal, made in 1966. So a little better than your average China Jeeps or whatever you call them. But I'm gonna go with a little different program here. I got a piece of 1/2 inch plate. And I'm gonna clamp that up there. And that up here. I might try and get a C-clamp and compress it. Strong, but I've sheared a piece of 3/16 and made it where it's gonna hit right here, and I'm gonna try to beat that in, and then that give me something to put that bottom lip back on there. Maybe I might have to do some more welding shit to it, and of course a bigger hammer. And then we'll switch up to a small ball peen to get that roll back on there. Yeah, I might have to clamp a piece in there. That has moved a little bit. Take some serious dolly action. Might have to cut another piece to sit flat in there or whatever. Okay, I got a little bit better clamp on it. could tell she had a little bit of mud in there. I can't believe how strong that metal is. It's crazy. Now I'm gonna clamp a regular dolly up in there and see if I can flatten it out a little bit better. Maybe. Smaller ball peen and dolly action. And I'm not a body man, I'm self-taught. Like my Harbor Freight body hammer. It's definitely getting better. Well, believe it or not, that doesn't look that good, but it's not bad. I'll have to do a little slice right here to shrink that and weld it back. It's just stretched, but it's definitely better than it was and can be fixed.
Getting ready for Trail Hero. So what did you do to my nails, Jamie?
We did Monster. Look how badass they are.
Yeah, they are. They might be backwards in my video. I don't know. I can't really tell. But
That's
yeah,
fine.
she
They
did a
look
great
great.
job. She's a pro. I think you've only done this for me once before, the Monster.
Yes,
I
and
think
it's
so.
been a long time.
It has. But we have to represent Trail Hero, Monster. We're coming for ya.
We got it cleaned up, kind of. Not to my liking, but this is the fender that was all smashed. And you can tell where I stretched it and added onto it. And what I'm gonna do, I think, look at someone been welding on this. Man, they sure know how to mess up a good thing, don't they? So I drew a line right here, and I'm just gonna cut that off and remake it. Save me a bunch of bullshit. So this is the lip right here where I broke it, and then I just filled the V with weld when I lengthened this. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna remake that piece because this part of the fender is actually pretty good. So I'll just sand that up, make a new extension like I did before. That's gonna be the fastest body work yet. Look how thick that mud is. Now I'm just gonna have to get Corey or one of them guys to redo my body work, throw a quickie paint job on it. It's so sad that they wrecked it because that paint is still so good. Like I could rub it out and it would look like brand new again. There's a lot of paint on it and I painted that in 1991. Crazy. Okay, I've taken this, took some measurements, put it on this sheet metal here. So now I'll cut that out and break it. And I'll have to do a little welding because I can't get it all in my brake to do this piece right here. You can tell this has been pieced together when I did it the first time. Okay, here's the old panel next to the new panel. So this will be a real small brake, 1.5-inch brake. And actually before I do this, I'll probably go ahead and see if I can't punch them holes so I don't have to drill them later. And then this will be the top, and then I'm gonna have to add this extra piece right here. And then of course this will be the lip that gets broke and welded to this, and I'll just weld the face. Replacement panel. Got the holes in it. The top's on it. Now I just need to make this top little break right here. Just a little L-shaped thing, so I'll do that next. Okay, here's my piece. So basically, just gonna go like that. I'll weld it on there, sand it, and then we'll attach it to the fender. You always come out here when all the hard work is done.
Come in here to bolt this on to make sure it fits right. I gave you specific instructions. Let's see if you got them right.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's going to be good enough for who it's for. Let me get my bolts.
You're missing a hole.
Oh no, it's there.
Just kidding. All right, get your stuff. What do you think, Mr. Campbell? Does it fit?
I hope so, because I'm not real happy about making this panel anyway. I already made it once in 1990 or whatever the hell it was.
That's pretty crazy.
I know.
All right, do you need my assistance any further? I have to go inside and check on the bacon for the biscuits you're making for Kennedy.
I guess I'm good.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Time to make the biscuits.
That's it.
Multitasker. The man of many talents. Huh. Making biscuits?
I'm only good at making love.
Oh, you hush up. Looks like you're good at buttering biscuits or making biscuits. We all know you are. We've seen them before. You're a pro.
I'm promising Kennedy to make biscuits, and I keep forgetting because I'm always busy, but back to the Jeep. So I just recreated the back part of that fender. This should be good enough for the guy to do body work with. This is just where the paint broke off from hammering and banging on it, where it was bent a little bit. But for the most part, it's not bad. We'll be able to straighten on it some more. I need to push this in a little bit more. Next, this hood. The back of it at this point is where it should be, but it's caved in all in here, and this support is blocking me from straightening it. So I think I'm gonna cut this off and try and straighten it, and then maybe weld that back on somehow. It's definitely not gonna be perfect, but look at it, it never was. It was kind of a crude extension, but at the same time, whatever. And then if I need to, I can turn this into fiberglass and get rid of all this extra weight. All right, let's see if we can cut this piece out of here and do some straightening. I hope so, because I don't want to have to spend too much money on this. Probably a spot weld in here, like a factory one. I'll have to drill it out. A lot of times you can tell if you can get in there and sand on it. Usually if you can just kind of drill around and get it to pop off like that right there, see that? So now that's broke loose. Now I gotta figure out where that bottom one is. Oh, there's my sander. I'd lose my ass if it wasn't that. And I just get a bigger drill bit than what you'd think and just start going to town. There's one right there. Yep, you can see it getting ready to pop. Man. There was a couple right next to each other. Oh, yeah, there we go. A little more on this one. Just like that. We'll maybe straighten this out, but who knows. Not sure, I might need Jess's help to help me hold the hood up to bang on it. Okay, I got the majority of it. I got to do a little bit of welding where I split where my addition was. Got a lot of Bondo on there. But you'd have never known if they didn't wreck it. So we'll get it back to looking like new. First day driving by herself. Have a good day, dear. She's going to work. We'll see how she likes it when she gets home.